If you study Ephesians chapter 6 from verse 10, where Paul said, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might, you will now understand that the reason Paul was advising us to be strong is because darkness too is doing its own recruitment. Because if we don't wake up, when the recruitment of darkness is over, they will overrun us. They say we wrestle not against flesh and blood. Because when this job is finished, a warfare will always take place. Every generation must fight her warfare. And you didn't choose the battle chose you. He said we wrestle not against flesh and blood. I didn't know when I entered the wrestling bar. I didn't know when I went to a ring. That means they turn the territory to a ring. If you don't fight, you can't conquer it. We will subdue you on the land. He said, but against principalities, powers, rulers of darkness, spiritual wickedness in heavenly places. When you study those words, you now understand the organogram of the devil. The word principalities, coincidentally, is also the word alke. It also means governor and first in rank. So when the devil wants to take a territory, the first set of spirits, princes they send are called alke. They are principalities. They come into the land, and what they do is that, because they are not men, the way God works is that he raises men as alkes in territories. But because these ones are not men, they don't have the legal authority over the land. So what they do is that when they come into the land, they look for men that should have the stature of alkes but are not serving God, and they infiltrate them. So their job is to recruit men that have legality so that they will bring legitimacy to them in those territories. So when an alke comes here, for example, he will censor us. And you'll be watching. You woke up, you say you had a dream. The dream came to pass. Prophet put you in a cycle. Another person had a vision. I saw this person die though. What happened? The person dies. This is a seer. Another person wakes up. I'm seeing this person prosper. I don't know why it looks as if prosperity come. He will now gather all of them together. When he gathers them together, the recruitment project is to create something that will change their soul structure. So you see a prophet who is very sensitive in the spirit wakes up and suddenly he starts liking pornography. And he say he loves seeing. No, it's a program. A principality is about to recruit you. And in our own case now, it's perversion. A man who is supposed to be a prophet wakes up and say, I'm feeling like a woman. And then he says, it's my right. It's how I feel. It doesn't have wisdom. It's a fallen person. In the spirit realm, he's dwarfed. So the principalities dwarfed him. But they need his throne in order to bring legislation over the land. And the moment he does that perversion, his soul is seared forever. And so when they recruit such people, what they use them to do is that they convert them to become messengers. So they are the ones who transmit the agenda of those spirits. But you see, the spirit will not take the risk of just recruiting because they can change their mind. So when the principality finishes, a power comes. The word power, coincidentally again, is the word exousia. To show you that what is happening in light is also happening in darkness. When the power comes, what the power does is that thing you are beginning to do, he will put a code there and it will become an addiction. So you started before by, you just love a football team and there's nothing wrong in watching football. On Saturday you watch your match and come back. But after 6 months, any Saturday you don't watch football, it's like cocaine. Your body is turning. Even if you are in a Bible study, you are checking. No scripture will enter your spirit again. As it's entering here, it's going here. You will now say, is there a toilet here? You go out and your toilet becomes stadium. Because a power has come. It has become an addiction. You looked upon a naked person and you say, you looked again. Before you know what is happening, tomorrow you are looking for sites where there are naked pictures. A power has come. It will put an addiction there and it will stamp it. So that thing that you used your will to do casually, it will take another power to take you out of it. Even the day you wake up and say, I don't want again, you will now discover that I don't want again doesn't exist there. Because you have stepped into the court of a power. You will do many resolutions. 1st of January, you say, I write all of this resolution. You will now discover that resolutions cannot function where a power is. On the 2nd of January, you have broke 80% of your resolution. You will now tell yourself, Kai, this thing no easy. That's when you will know you need help. Because you didn't know that a territory was being shaped. You didn't know that a civilization was being built. And wise men in the spirit and wise spirits are in the business of recruitment. See, this is why we tell Christians that Christianity is not going to be taken serious until consecration becomes a law. It's only among Christians that you find a Christian who is secular. The people that work for the devil, you will never find a worldly one. There's no worldly witch. You only have worldly pastors and worldly prophets. How many witch have you seen who is into fashion? They wear Gucci watch, Gucci chain, Gucci garment, Gucci shoe, and a witch is, no, they don't have that time. They know that they are building a kingdom. Now, there's nothing wrong in dressing well. But if you are so obsessed about dress until you become a fashion star, it means you are not part of those who are building. So what powers do is to create addictions. And when they create those addictions, you will remain there. you can't break out again. The whole idea is to make you their messenger, because you are the one who has legitimacy in the territory. They create energies, create motions in the environment. A young lady wakes up and says, "The light skin, what's wrong? Is it a sin? It's not a sin." The problem is that you will soon become a messenger. And so she dresses naked, and then seduction rests upon her. She is now a recruiter for the demonic realm, and she may never know that she's a messenger, because a power is at work. A power. Because when you check the cities they build, you will discover that most of the things we love doing, they are the signatures of those cities. Either Egypt or Babylon. One must be there, because Babylon is the land of the harlot, and there's a disposition of the harlots. But it will take demonic intelligence to raise people who are messengers in the harlotry order. Now, when the power creates that addiction, the spirit will still not rest. What they will do is that the rulers of darkness will come. The word rulers is the word cosmos kratos. So their job is to create laws on the earth realm, in the cosmos. So they understand the motions of the cosmos. So they are called cosmos kratos. Their job is to make sure that that thing you are doing is not just an addiction, it becomes your